beautiful morning. Hope and pray that every one of you must have received the mercy of the Lalita Devi and her 8 Sakhis to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra attentively. So those spiritual warriors who made our journey successful today was Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, Yamuna Sundari Mataji, Ivy Gautam, Ravi Pipilya, Sneha Mataji, Govinda Gita Mataji, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Shrika and Pankaj Gupta. Today Sistastika Devi didn't join, Haribol. Parameswari Devi Dasi, Amol and Smita Panchpande, Sitala Priya Devi Dasi, Sachinandan Krishna Prabhu, Saman Panchal Prabhu, Parmanand Hari Prabhu, Nandanandan Priya Mataji, Shugandh Raj Prabhu, Aradhana Devi Dasi, Manmathanand Prabhu, Shundri Radha Mataji, their son Rama Panda, Srinivas Acharya Prabhu, Girivardhari Prabhu, Shriya Mataji, Nadia Kumar, Hanuman Prabhu joined early, Haribol, Prathmesh Prabhu, Neeraj and Sila Srivastu, Prafulanand Madhav Prabhu, Sripad Lalita Devi Dasi, Aksata, Janki Khan Prabhu, Labangalatika Mataji, Tapti Ghosh Mataji, Rohit Mishra Prabhu, Ganga Devi, Pandurang Devdas Prabhu, Damodar Mataji, Saraswati Devi Dasi, Sumitra Radha Mataji, Devendra Krishna Prabhu, Divyan Sen Saloni, Pranath Gopal Prabhu, Radhika Prem Devi Dasi, Vraj Vinod Prabhu, Anand Vinodini Mataji, Priyanka Mataji, Madhvi Gopi Mataji, Amal Atman Prabhu, Rupa Vilas Prabhu, Sudhir Krishna Prabhu, Shakhi Sarana Devi Dasi, Nitya Navali Devi Dasi, Sri Kumar Prabhu, Sri Kansurvase Prabhu, Srinivas Charan Prabhu. Prabhuji is traveling from tomorrow. He will be attending Jagannath Rath Yatra. So I ask him to pray for all of us. Haribol. We wish you a very safe and pleasant trip, Prabhu. Nissan Sharma, Namanand Prabhu, Prem Vinodini Devidasi, Abhay Prabhu. Abhay Prabhu didn't join today. I didn't see him. Neither Swedi Prabhu. Veena Mataji joined. Rag Bhakti Mataji, Vijay Keshav Prabhu, Tulsi Priya Mataji and Jai Govinda Prabhu, Rajendra Prabhu, Uttam Bhakta Prabhu, Vallabhi Mataji, Bhadra Bharti Mataji, Sarva Tarak Prabhu, Amal Nam Prabhu. I think he was going to travel or something. He sent me something. Krita Lakshman Prabhu, Matangi Gopi Devidasi, Manoj Kapoor Prabhu. I didn't see Kamal Priya Mataji. Otherwise, we should have asked the well-being of Radhika Leela Mataji. If anybody knows the update, please say so. Radha Charan Prabhu, Abhay Charan Prabhu, Sukruti Devidasi, Kamini Priya Mataji, Sankarsan Prabhu and Manjari, Sarmishta Sahi Mataji, Kanta Mataji, Vani Prabhu, Raja Ramdas Prabhu, Anjaneya Anita Mataji, welcome back after the tragedy. Hare Krishna. Shankari Kaur Devi Dasi, Kamlesh Dingra Mataji, Karunya Murthy Mataji, Radha Vallabh Prabhu. I hope Pitambara Priya Prabhu joined. I didn't see his name. Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Harikatha Mataji, Rashakita Prabhu. Surgery was successful. Thank you very much. So we pray to the divine couple that she can recover soon. Rashake Dapadu, Anand Radhika Mataji, Rajesh and Sweta, Amit and Prem Priya Padma Mataji. I didn't see Balram Prabhu also today. Suchitra Devidasi, Sesa Kapoor Mataji, Rashmi Mataji, Lekha Mataji, Thaneswar Prabhu, Madan Mohan Kandu Prabhu, Muli Manohar Prabhu, Rupini Padma Devidasi, Arvind and Priyanka Mataji, Sarva Shakti Devidasi, Rati Vilas Devidasi, Leela Manjari Mataji, Shravangi Shyam Devidasi. I didn't see her today unless she joined Haribol. Forgive me if I have not recognized. Jai Satchinandan Prabhu. Also Raghava, Srinivas Prabhu didn't join Prabhu, Haribol. Balaji Prabhu also didn't join, Haribol. Raman Krishna Prabhu joined, Lila Mangala Devidasi joined, Radha Sivi Devidasi joined, Muli Manohar, Muli Mohan Prabhu joined, Sakti Mata Devidasi joined, and Ramuttaneti also joined early. I think these are the devotees who joined today. If I have missed someone, please forgive me. Hare Krishna. Let's hear the Damodar Ashkatam.
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Rasatkundalam Gokule Rajamanam Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Rasatkundalam Gokule Rajamanam Yashoda Swalilagiranandakunde Swagosham nimajantam akhyapayantam Iti Trikswalilagiranandakunde Swagosham nimajantam akhyapayantam Tadiyashitagneshu bhaktajitatvam Puna primatastam shatartivande Tadiyashitagneshu bhaktajitatvam Puna primatastam shatartivande Shah te mukhambojamatyantanile Kritam kundalai smigdarattaischa gopya Idam te mukhambojamatyantanile Kritam kundalai smigdarattaischa gopya Muhoshchumbitam bimbaraktadharam me Manasya virashtam malam lakshalabhe Muhoshchumbitam bimbaraktadharam me Manasya virashtam malam lakshalabhe Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasida Prabhu Dukha Jalapimatnam Kripa Drishti Vishyati Dinam Vatanu Ruhane Shamamatyam Nidakshi Drishya Kripa Drishti Vishyati Dinam Vatanu Ruhani Shamamamyam Nidakshi Drishya Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Kuveratmajo Vadhamurtyaiva yatvat Vayamuchito bhakti bhajo kritau cha Kuveratmajo Vadhamurtyaiva yatvat Vayamuchito bhakti bhajo kritau cha Tata prema bhaktim swakam me prayacha Namo shigraho me stidamodare Tata prema bhaktim swakam me prayacha Namo shigraho me stidamodare Namaste Sturam Ne Spuradiptidam Ne
You're on mute, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, for playing a wonderful Damodar Ashkatam with nice long tunes. So we will be reading from the Damodar Ashtakam, text number 3. We left at that point where Mother Yasoda when she saw, she was really amazed to see that when he tied down with Krishna with the grinding mortar, and that stuck between the two giant rays and it's uprooted. And in her mind, she was thinking that what I have done, because she was then so much afraid that maybe my baby Krishna may have been crushed underneath the trees. So if these two big trees have fallen very slightly differently, they may have crushed my son. So she was terrified because she realized that he is my life and soul. And because what I have done, I have caused him to become crushed. On Nand Maharaj's part, he saw Krishna more or less crawling there. And he came up and the rope was bound. And after hearing what happened from otherwise, Nand Maharaj asked Krishna, "Who did this?" And Krishna says, "Ma, my mother had done this." He simply said, "Ma." So Nand Maharaj says, "Your mother has done this?" Krishna expressed yes by nodding his face. So Nand Maharaj untied the rope. Sometime he may ask why someone else has not untied him. Because cowherd boys were also there and they wanted to play with Krishna. Why didn't they untie the rope? When Krishna was stuck like this, and it is explained that because of Mother Yasoda tied this rope with parental affection, only with someone else with similar type of affection could untie it. Our Acharya has given so nice explanation. So that's the reason the Gopas were unable to untie it. Therefore, the cowherd boys in friendly relationships, Sakyabhav, they cannot untie the rope. So Nand Maharaj immediately took Krishna in his arms, smiled his head, because this is what father does to his son. Patted him and took him with him. And he went to the assembly. And he was very, very disturbed and upset. So he took Krishna and Balram both, keeping them on his lap. And gradually it came time for the lunch. And Mother Yasoda, so much overwhelmed with grief and actually fear that she cannot cook. None of the ladies cook because they were in extremely big anxieties, because they never saw Nand Maharaj in the mood that he was, very angry mood. So nobody cooked the lunch for the whole family. He made arrangement to bring some milk. Cow need to be milk in the cow shed, brought some milk, and they fed Krishna. And he may have fed Krishna directly from the cows. Then finally comes the evening, and no lady entered into the kitchen in the evening also. No one in the Braj was eating Haribol, because practically everyone in Braj was in shock, especially all the ladies. Nobody was cooking, nobody was eating, and Krishna and Balaram were with Nanda Maharaj. This is the same was happening. Finally, Balaram mother Rohini came and she said to Krishna that you have not eaten. Are you hungry? Krishna says, no. Nobody has fed you. Still you are not hungry? Krishna replied that my father will feed me. And she asked Krishna, where would you go to sleep? Then Krishna responded that I will sleep with my father. Then Rohini said, don't you think that your mother look after you? Krishna says, no. So this was his mood. Krishna was really upset. I don't need anything from my mother. My father will do everything for me. So actually Rohini was very worried about this because Yashoda was in such a state that practically she was overwhelmed with grief, crying. And Rohini was also in anxiety. What will happen to her after she knows that now Krishna doesn't want anything from her? So Rohini keeps saying to Krishna that your mother always cook for you. You should let her cook for you. Krishna says, no, my father will feed me. My father will bathe me. My father will take care of me at night. And I will only stay with my father. And Balram was also in the same mood. So Balram says, I will also stay with my father. Balram father is Vasudeva. But in reality, he accepted also Nand Maharaj as his father. So Balram told Rohini, I will also stay with Nand Maharaj because Nand Maharaj actually raised him and he did what any other father will do for his son. So finally, Rohini was also very worried. So she said to Krishna that your mother Yashoda is thinking about you and missing you so much. Don't you want to go to her? And Krishna just said, no, I will stay with my father. So finally Rohini told Krishna that if you don't go to your mother, then she made a motion like that she may lose her life. And when Krishna heard these words, tears started to come down from his eyes. And he became overwhelmed, filled up with the tears. And he jumped off his father's lap and rushed into his house and rushed over Mother Yashoda and embraced her. Mother Yashoda was crying, Krishna was crying. And Yashoda was sobbing, and after some time, she gave her breast to Krishna. And Krishna started to drink milk. And then she became little pacified. So how much intense feeling Krishna is, this is beauty of these exchanges that Krishna take to your relationship at the peak level, pinnacle of your relationship. So Jiva Goswami has described this pastime of what happened. And we get some idea from this that how Krishna overwhelms his devotees. He drowns them in the pool of ecstasy. This is what Krishna does. So now the other verses in the Bhagavatam, text 7 and 8. The Gopi says that if you dance, my dear Krishna, then I shall give you sweet. By saying these words and clapping their hands, all the Gopis encourage Krishna in different ways. At such a time, he is a supreme person. Still, he smiled and danced according to their desire, as if he was the wooden doll in their hands. Sometime he will sing very loudly at their beating. This way, Krishna came under the complete control of the Gopis. Sometime Mother Yashoda and Gopi friend will ask Krishna, bring this article. Sometime they order him to bring wooden plank, wooden shoes, or wooden measuring pots. And sometime Krishna thus ordered by the mother Yashoda, try to bring them. Sometime, however, if he unable to raise these things, he would touch them and stand there just to invite the pleasure of his devotees. He will strike his body with his arms to show that he has sufficient strength. Very well. So this verse gives us some idea about his quality, which is he comes under the sway of his pure devotees, just like a wooden dolls. He is obeying all the old gopis also, performing this activity, simultaneously throwing them in the aesthetic love, and at the same time showing them what he is showing, that he is completely dependent on them. Actually, they all are depending upon him. By his actions, he stimulates complete love of his dear devotees. So by the potency known as Lila Shakti, one of the energy of Krishna pastimes are performed in such a way that it increases the love of his devotees unlimitedly. Just like Jiva Goswami has shown description in his Gopal Champu. Shwa Goswam means this pastime describes the glory of Krishna and glory of his devotees, as we see that his devotees are not ordinary devotees, because who can go to the Goloka Vrindavan? Only eternal associate can have the wonderful pastime, not in a conditioned state like in our positions. We need to purify ourselves to the stage of the Brajvasi to relish those wonderful pastimes. So these feelings intense and how he brings the ecstasies to his devotees is brought out in this verse in a special way. Krishna pastimes are done in such a way to proclaim the glories of his devotees. Just like we see Battle of Kurukshetra is done in such a way to proclaim the glories of the Pandavas. And you can think of any pastimes, Maharaj Chitraketu fighting with and getting cursed and getting birth as Vrutrashur, and fighting with Indra is to glorify Vrutrashur. And also the glories of Chitraketu Maharaj. So this is the purpose of the pastimes Krishna's place. Pastimes with Nrsingadev and Prahlad Maharaj shows that the glories of the Prahlad. So these Leelas are done to glorify his pure devotees. And as I said, the Leela word, Li means to embrace and La means to accept. So anybody embrace Krishna, he accepts them. This is called Leela. How wonderful and pleasing it might be to the heart of the devotee when they get the chance, right? When Gop Kumar entered in the Goloka Vrindavan, Krishna waiting at the gate of Goloka Vrindavan for every one of us. If we will reach there one day after many lifetimes, he will be awaiting in Goloka Vrindavan so happily. He will give us a big hug and he will say, I'm so happy that finally you made it. I have been waiting you for many, many lives. So this is Krishna. So why he does that? Because they are the pure devotees, not to the mixed devotees. Shwa Gosham means his family and residents of Gokul are all manifestation of his Lila Shakti. The Lila Shakti, the energy, the pastime potency of the Lord arranges the places of his pastimes. So we can say that the function of the Lila Shakti is also the function of the Sandhini Shakti, who arranges the spiritual abode and the manifest spiritual form of Krishna's devotees. And then the word Ananda Kunde Nimanjantam, they experience Param Shok. In Bhagavad Gita, we hear the Sukh and Dukh, but the happiness which Gokul residents experience is not normal Sukh, because Sukh in this world is mixed with Dukh. You can't find happiness in this world which is not filled with misery. Even the idea that eventually happiness will finish itself is the cause of suffering, at least anxiety, if not suffering in the material world. And I was hearing the class of Niranjan Swami Maharaj yesterday, and he was making a beautiful point that even we see that even we may be not suffering, but always we have the anxiety that, oh, this may happen in my life, what I'm gonna do, this will happen. So even though the real suffering doesn't come, but mentally we are always suffering. Wonderful, heavy, wonderful class. So just like you cannot find any mode pure, that you cannot find pure goodness in the material world. It is always mixed with passion and ignorance. So we have the experience that we could like to do activity in goodness, but our nature has also passion and ignorance. They mixed in with the goodness. So here, in the other hand, Krishna's pastimes are always manifestations of the Suddha Sattva. So if he wants to really establish our relationship and having the exchange with Krishna, we need to purify our existence, reach to the Suddha Sattva, pure goodness. So there is no contamination of passion and ignorance. So when we are free from the passion and ignorance, then we can go to the stage of pure goodness. And then we won't make any mistakes because we are fully aware of our positions and what our goal is. And all this passion will go where we diverting our life just to enjoy ourselves. That mood will be gone away. And then we will become active to render service to the divine couple from our mind and heart that we will do for our own family members. At least at that, always I say that at least consider Krishna as one part of your family. So whatever you spend, if husband, wife, and 2 children are there, consider that there is 5 people. 1/5 share at least should go to Krishna to purify our activity. Otherwise, what is the hope? We behold everything for ourselves. And that's the reason we are suffering in this material world. So the pure Suddha goodness, spiritual world is Suddha Tattva, Visuddha Sattva. Because of the Visuddha Sattva, pure goodness, there is no any type of suffering. And happiness is called Param Sukh, supreme happiness, or Anand in this bliss. Bliss, the happiness which inundate Gokul, has nothing to compare within this material world. We have no conceptions. Even while we chant Good Round that day, we feel so jubilant. We feel so happy. Nothing can attract from this material world. So think about it, where everything is run by the spiritual potency of Krishna. No anxiety, no suffering, no birth, old age, disease. We are seeking very close to this. Time is coming ahead of us. We will have to get the body old. We won't be, we are 2-legged now, then we will become 3-legged using the stick, and the time will come that we become 6-legged, wheelchair with 4 wheels and 2 our legs. Who knows what situation is ahead of us? We have no idea. And one thing is also, I was just thinking that nothing comes. When it comes, we also take it. It's not that we are not. Radhika Lila Mataji, she was suffering through the breast cancer. Now she had the heart surgery. Do we have the choice in our life? This is the greatest illusions that we have. Anything can change at any moment. Hari Bol. So there is no comparison, and it is mentioned in the Nectar of Devotion that one drop of that happiness is more than ocean of happiness come from the even impersonal Brahman realization, which is also can give certain type of happiness, because in Brahman also there is no suffering or miseries, but happiness experienced by the impersonalist, if you have ocean of it, it cannot be compared to a drop of this type of happiness of Goloka Vrindavan. So in the verse, Tadiya Sita, unto those who are attached to the knowledge of the Lord's majestic opulences and worship Him accordingly. He never submissive. Point have been brought out here in this verse is that these are different types of devotees. There are Jnana Bhakta, there are Karma Bhaktas, there are different kind of mixed devotees. Just like we see people have different motives in their life. Everybody is passionate about something different. It's not homogeneous, because we are living being, independent living being. So why they came to Krishna consciousness, for example, in the Bhagavad Gita, that it explained 4 types of people come to Krishna. They are not pure. They are mixed bhakta. They came out of distress. People, when they really become distressed, they take shelter of Krishna. They realize nothing is working, let me take shelter of Krishna. Or somebody want the wealth, they can worship Krishna. So who is looking for the wealth and like this? They are mixed with karma, karmakan. They are performing action in Krishna consciousness with fruitive mentality. They are still seeking some pleasure from that individually apart from Krishna. So we see that specifically sometime in poverty-stricken countries, it is very hard to find pure devotees. And Prabhupada says that it is good thing in Western world, most of the time when they join, not with that type of mixed motive. So we have an advantage. But I think, it's otherwise, I feel like. On the other hand, Krishna says that the best person who is searching after knowledge of the absolute truth. But sometimes we see Bahunam Janmanam Ante. It takes many births of such searching to come to the point of pure bhakti. Everybody ultimately has to come to the stage of bhakti. I hope that Arvind Prabhu is listening nicely. So Vasudevam Sarvamiti, not just the mixed devotees, but the devotees who worship the Lord, keeping in mind Lord's opulences. Opulences means how is the Supreme Ishwar, Supreme Controller, like we see in other religion worship God, the Creator, the Father of the creation, Destroyer, and all-knowing witness, Paramatma. So who worship the Lord in this way can never get the anand, the bliss that these residents of Gokul experience. Krishna's friend and family in Gokul can get. How can it be? Because they are in awe. They are in venerations of the God. God is great for them. So for such person, they can't possibly accept that little boy within Gokul is everything to them. Bewildered, So many people get bewildered by Krishna. If he doesn't want to shower the mercy, they remain blind. And still Krishna's external energy works so wonderfully. They feel happy. Make sure that when you feel like, I want to leave ISKCON, you feel jubilant, for sure that Mayadevi is really working hard. That's about it. So they are worship Narayan. That's why you see in Brihata Bhagavatamrita, the Gop Kumar goes to Vaikuntha and he call out to Lord Narayan, "Hey Gopal," all of the Vaikuntha Vasi says, "Don't say that. Don't you know who are you speaking to? This is the Supreme Lord. Don't take it so seriously that a little pastime he play when he comes as a cowherd boy." So they see Lord Narayan as Adipurush, the original. Well, someone may say that Mother Yasoda does not worship Lord Narayan in her home. She does. But her worshipable deity is not Narayan, but Lord Sri Krishna. So her doing is the function of the Lila Sakti. She worships Lord Narayan, and sometimes she says, the reason why nothing inauspicious has happened to Krishna, why the demons have all been defeated, because I have worshipped Narayan. This is the feeling of Mother Yasoda. So what is the influence of the Yogamaya on her? So the devotee who worship God with awe and reverence, they will never ever be able to understand these prayers of Satyavrata Muni. They cannot understand properly the mood. Bhaktir Jitatvam, he is conquered by his loving devotees. So here two different types of persons described here. One hand the Aishwarya Bhaktas, and on the other hand is Madhurya Bhaktas. So these Bhaktas are attracted by the sweet nature of Krishna. So two types of bhakti described here, Vaidhi Bhakti and spontaneous Raganuga Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti, if it does not manifest gradually into Raga Bhakti, it will lead one to Vaikuntha. So this all Acharya is revealing to us, where our destiny would be. There is nothing secret. Everything is open. Vaidhi Bhakti means devotional service according to the rules and regulations, in which you always remember God is great. I'm insignificant. God is my master. I'm his servant. This is the mood of the Vaidhi Bhakta, isn't it? That is how we perform Vaidhi Bhakti, Sadhana Bhakti. But you can see the Brajvasis are not in this mood. Yasodamai and Nanmaba are not thinking like this. They are thinking God is my son or cowherd boy. God is our friend, or gopis think God is our lover. Krishna is our lover. Krishna is our friend. Krishna is our durable child, and without us, he will die. That's how the Mother Yasoda was thinking. If tree falls on him, he could have died. So God cannot die. No one will ever think Lord Narayan is dying, but they don't think he is God. Nand Maharaj says, you can say he is God, but I see him as a very ordinary child. Because ordinary person can control his senses, but he eats sweet all the times of the day. He cannot control himself. He passes urine in so many times and at so many places. Even her mother tells him not to do so. But he does. He is doing so many things like this. I don't think that he is even an ordinary yogi from past life. What to speak about being God? So this type of spontaneous love is in the heart of Krishna's eternal family members. And when the devotees of this world perform their devotion, remembering the mood of these eternal associates of Krishna, that is called spontaneous devotion, called Raga Bhakti. And that kind of bhakti gradually will lead to Krishna. It will lead to Vrindavan. Otherwise, if one always remain in awe and reverence, and then one destination is mostly highest they can reach is Vaikuntha Dham, where Lord is worshipped in awe and reverence. So in this verse, it is clear that he is only conquered by the devotees whose pure love is imbued intimacy and free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. So Akhyapayantam means that he has fully displaced the quality for all to see. Everyone can see it, but everyone takes in a different way. In other words, Lord pastimes are performed for all to see, but according to the consciousness and devotion, one has will to see it in different way. You know, we see the pastime that when Akrura came to take Krishna and Balram to fight with Kansa, in that it says in the arena, there are so many people, everybody has a different feeling. They were seeing differently, even though the action was happening the same. So the best example is when Krishna entered in Kamsa's arena, fighting with the restless. 10 types of persons saw him in 12 different ways. And it described that's the father and mother saw him as the child. And they also felt the Karuna Ras. They felt Vasalya and Karuna Bhav, compassion. What will happen to my Krishna? Because he was so small and wrestlers were really big. His friend Phral, all these Gopas went with them, they felt Sakyabhav, loving friendship. And they also felt Hasya. They were laughing because sometimes the Gopas are smart, you know. Brajvasis, they know it. What Kansa is going to do to Krishna, you know. Our Krishna is always undefeated. So sometimes they will laugh. So they were laughing because they think Krishna has killed many, many big opponents. Who is this single Kamsa? So they were joking. And what the yogis were doing when they saw him, that he is the Paramatma who had entered into the arena, and Kamsa saw him as fear personified. He was frightened to see. So in this way, different persons see him in a different way. According to the mood of the worshipper, Krishna's pastimes will be seen in different ways. That is the point. So unless one has the mood of the residents of Braj, they cannot understand the Damodar Lila in a way that Satyavrata Muni has recited in this song. So even though we hear and we sing, we will not grasp that point. That's the point has been made. Especially those who are Gnanis, not only Gnanis, but even different type of Gnanis. Sometimes we see Jnanamiksha Bhaktas, and sometimes Gyanis are Kaivalya, see everything as one. Neither of them are qualified to understand Damodar Lila properly. Impersonalists certainly cannot understand this pastime because they have no personal conceptions of the Lord. So when they see pastime, they think that unlimited, undifferentiated, unqualified Brahman has temporarily covered by Maya and exhibiting a form which is known as Krishna, and all the residents of Vrindavan and you and me are all products of Maya. This is Mayavadi philosophy. So they have no faith in these pastimes. Maya can never cover Krishna more than cloud can cover the sun. Clouds are made by sun. Water get evaporated and from the clouds. So clouds are made by sun, not that cloud can cover the sun, but we can become covered by the clouds because we are small and tiny. And from our limited perceptions, when we look up, we think that the clouds are covering the sun. But in reality, clouds are covering us. Sun is so many times bigger than the clouds. Clouds are much bigger than us. But because everything is seen with egoistic view, we keep ourselves in center. So we are the one who get bewildered. So pramataha means super excellent devotion with the highest standard. Prema punartha mahan. This is the love Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended us. Same as the Brajbasis has for Krishna. We need to come to the standard. And that's our Acharya always says that if you cannot physically stay in Braj, then mentally reside in the Braj and watch the activity, what the Brajbasis is performing. I was really, when I was chanting, I got that gopis, how we will figure it out, the principal gopis. So while I was chanting, I did the search. This is something I enjoy. And I find it out that Lalita Devi, I will share for all these devotees who are present here. Lalita Devi, to figure it out, she wears always the peacock feather dress. Visakha Devi, whatever color she wears, she wear different color, but always there should be a star on her sari. So when you see a star, you know for sure, this is Visakha Devi. What the Champaklata, she is the one unique color, blue jay's color, Champaklata wear. Chitra Devi means, reflections. It's easy to remember. She wears the crystal color, so you can see your reflection. And Tunga Vidya is renounced, so she wears totally white. Indulekha, she wears like the flowers before the pomegranate becomes, so it's like a deep orange color. That's Indulekha. And then the two twins, Rangadevi and Sudevi, because they are twin, they want to wear similar color. So both wear red. But to give us little chance to differentiate who is Rangadevi or Sita Devi. So Rangadevi it's called the Chinese red color, versus Sudevi is like a hibiscus color, red color. And then I was reading that each Sakhi has that eight chief Sakhi with them. I think we should dwell, because that's where we need to go. We need to become informed who we are meeting. So we need to prepare, like I will tell you. Tamal Krishna Maharaj was so expert. So he took me to Fiji, Australia, and New Zealand. And he wanted me to be established as a leader. So he was giving, even though he was in the business class, I think half of the time he was coming and sitting in the economy class with me. And he was describing what are the problems is there, who is there. And the descriptions and the information that he gave me, when I see the people and when they start talking, I know that this must be Vamandev or this must be Garuda Prabhu. Like that, so intense information. So we need to dwell. We are not spending enough time to develop where we are going. We should become aware what is there happening. And we need to take time. Our Acharya has given so wonderful literatures. But unfortunate thing is we have no interest. So actually these verses are encouraging to us. It's aspire for Braj Bhakti. And that's why the Gaudiya Vaishnavas do these Damodar prayers very intensely. Gaudiya Vaishnava, and these prayers are very helpful for our Braj Bhakti. Very helpful, because in worshipping Lord Damodar in this way, we go beyond all conceptions of awe and reverence. Hearing this pastime is certainly a function beyond the Aishwarya, opulence. Sata Vruti Vunde. This is again coming down, bowing down thousands and thousands of times to not only to Lord Damodar, but the specific process of spontaneous bhakti, raga bhakti, which bring this Supreme Lord under devotees' control. And I bow down to that type of love, and I don't want anything else. So this is becoming intense, and we will see in the coming prayer how the Satyavrata Muni is taking to the higher and higher level of consciousness. So we see in the Brihata Bhagavatamrita, Gokumar does not need anything except the love similar to the Brajvasis. He traveled all through the planet. He never stopped anywhere until he reached the Goloka Vrindavan. And Tamal Krishna Maharaj, I have said it, but all the time there are different devotees on the Zoom call for that benefit. My Guru Maharaj told me that when we will make the final journey to the Goloka Vrindavan, our soul will travel through all the planetary system, all different universes. And if we have any tinge of attractions for those things, we will stuck there. Because in heavenly planet, there is wonderful personality. And if you are had the lusty desire or something, tinge of it even, slight, you will be caught there and you will stay there. So we have to be extremely careful. And if we have proper knowledge exactly what is happening in Goloka Vrindavan, then, when we read it, some impression stays with us. Believe me. Why I'm saying this? Because when the child gets birth, he doesn't have any knowledge of this material world, right? But we see from the birth, they will make their decision. They will like something, they will dislike something. Why? Because they carry the impression from the previous life. So whatever we learn, it stays within our soul also. Mind, intelligence, and ego goes with us. So our intelligence should be so fixed about the Goloka Vrindavan that when we will see other places, they say, hey, I don't want that. I don't want that. Because we know what the Goloka Vrindavan look like. But if we don't have the knowledge, then we will get bound up somewhere else. So when we first came to Krishna consciousness, we were not bowing down to anyone because we were full. So we now learn to bow down and begin to worship with awe and reverence. But gradually, we have to come to the point for which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to give us the elevation to the Brajvasi standard, which is natural, spontaneous love should be evoked within our heart. So this prayer has been offered certainly with this type of mood. And as we will read more and more verses, it will become more and more clearer. So he increased the happiness of the Brajvasis by performing this wonderful childhood pastime. Haribol. So this is the discussion on the Sistastika, the Damodar Ashkatam, text number 3. And I think we are completely wonderfully finishing right on spot on Saturday. We stop at 7:15 to have question, answer, reflection, correction, chastisement, anything, whatever Krishna inspired you. I will always give the 20 seconds for the devotees to come up and say something voluntarily. If not, then I will have to call out. So with that, here is your 20 seconds.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Parmanand Hari Prabhu, Hari Bol.
Prabhuji, you just mentioned about one incident where Gokumar, when he went to Vaikuntha, and they were saying that, oh, you don't talk about Vrindavan, that was just a little pastime of the Lord. And there was a awe and reverence there. So here also in ISKCON, we also have certain extent of awe and reverence, right? I mean, we are. So how we are different?
Well, we are not different right now because, we are still in the conditioned state. We have not purified our existence. And, only thing we can do is look at the activities of the pure devotees and meditate upon that one day I want to reach that goal. But artificially taking up that position, advanced position, will harm us more than it can help. So what we need to do, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given all the steps that we know, that we start worshipping. And Tamal Krishna Maharaj also, one time my daughter wrote him a letter that are we worshipping Radha and Krishna? And Tamal Krishna Maharaj says, no, we are worshipping Lakshmi Nara because still we have not the mood completely pure of all other things. So this is the practice we have to do. We at the lower stage, we need to understand that we are not a elevated soul. That's why we came into this material world. But if we will keep the implicit faith in the instructions of our Guru Parampara and develop that more and more faith, then everything will be revealed to us. It's not, nothing is secret. Like we will come to the temple. In the beginning, there may be some, material desire there or maybe distress as it discuss or to get some knowledge. So we come with a different platform. Everybody is at a different level. But slowly through the association of the perfect being, and that's why, it's so important that we should dwell. And that's the reason somehow or other in our Zoom call, we started with reading the life of all our great acharyas. The purpose was perfect because from their life we can see that if you really wants to have love for Krishna, what we need to do on a daily basis. So if you follow those instructions, Prabhupada has given us that, chant 16 round minimum and dedicate your life for the mission of Guru and Krishna. And slowly we will make the advancement. So uh, all the devotees are at different level, not that two devotees are at the same level because we are making different progress. So progress is given, like nectar of devotion. Rupa Goswami has mentioned that our devotion start with little faith. Faith is required from the beginning up to the end. Faith is something that we need to work on it constantly. And I was reading that, listening the Narayan Maharaj class, Prabhu, yesterday, and he was saying the faith has to be so firm, fixed, that even if you know that you are gonna die, but you will never lose that Krishna is my master. Adverse situations, you will take always on the shelter of Krishna rather than something else. Then that faith, Niranjan Swami Maharaj was saying, that you need to experience a far out thing in your life, somehow or other, by the mercy of Krishna, that we should have complete conviction that yes, if I keep simply one shelter in my life, everything else adjusted. And in my life, it has happened like that. I'm not saying that I'm a great devotee or I'm an advanced devotee. But one thing is there that I live the life like I was talking to one of the devotees. And he moved just for the children education, that they will have to, where they were living near the temple. Now they have to drive 2 hours, you know, putting the children, and both children are at different grade. So primary school open at 7:30, other one open at 8:30. Same thing when you pick up that child, they have to 2 hours they have to wait because one leave early, one we have to wait. And I was thinking that why I didn't do anything. I told that devotee that I was brought up, my both kids are brought up in the same neighborhood. I never think that we have to send somewhere. I believe everybody has the potency Krishna always give us. It's not that you go to the best private school, you will get a brilliant student. It's not like that. Everybody has some capacity Krishna has given us. And if they utilize, if that kids are, I used to tell my daughter and son that if you are smart, no matter you become even an artist, you will become famous artist. So it's not that you have to go like that. And I give him an example, and this is a true example, Paramanand Hari Prabhu, I'm going to share with you. When I sell my Dunkin' Donut shop, because my house was near my donut shop. So whoever, my friend bought it. We were grown up together. We went to the high school together. We went to the college together, but he didn't finish engineering because he was born in a rich family. So his family can afford to send him. When he did second year of engineering, he came to do the bachelor's year. And I stay back. And until I got my BS with distinction, I was the gold medalist in South Gujarat University. And then I came to Toronto. And then I live with him again in Toronto. So he was looking for the business in US. And he came to my home and he saw my business. And I have all the paper. I never cheat IRS, I'm telling you. If I have on the money, I paid the tax. So he saw that, hey, why you want to sell this business? You are making good money. I said, because we sell the meat sandwich, and which is not good for my devotion life. So that's the reason I'm selling. So he said, now I don't want to look for any other business. I'm going to buy your. I said, no, we are very close friends. I don't want to have the money play the role in our relationship. So if you are interested, this is what I suggest. I'll give you $2,000 a month salary. I will give you as authority to sign the checks. I will not come to the donut shop. I will spend 10 days with you to show you everything. Then I will not come to even donut shop. You manage everything. You deposit the money, you write the checks, you manage the employee the way that it is your business. Run for 6 months. And then if you see that after I give you $2,000, still there is profit is there, and still if you are interested, then I'll sell it. So finally he bought it. He was very happy. He has no complaint. He said, really good. But what the mistake he did, I offer him that, Harsad, buy my house also, because it's close to your shop. This donut shop, you may have to go at any time. And he said, but Shyam, at that time I was not initiated even, so he said, Hasmukh, but my son, I want to have a bright career, so I'm going to stay in the Fort Bend County. I said, really, Harsad? You believe that by going to that extra, whatever that neighborhood in the school, that they really give the benefit? He said, yes, I want to give. You know what happened? He got the friendship with the Indian kids from the rich family. He became a druggist. And he used to tell my friend, give me $10,000, otherwise I'm going to go and do that, steal something from somebody's house. And his father was also very famous in India. He found the Sankarchar cotton, the hybrid cotton that give a lot of production. So he got the Padma Shri Award. So, these things is Prabhu, not necessarily. If we do one thing right in our life, look at that, my kids, they went to the private school, they were getting 3.96 point GPA. They got all the full scholarship. And I was telling the Prabhu that I have not spent, Paramanand Hari Prabhu, not even 10 minutes to do the homework. Neither I tell them to do any extracurricular activity, because I told them I don't have time. I have to manage the temple. And still they are doing very good compared to all other kids. They went to the same school district, Black Medal School, Waltrip High School. So I don't think that so many things, but this is how we mentally think everything. But the main thing what we want to do, because we don't have the faith, and what the Niranjan Swami Maharaj was making the point, that we need to go beyond. Don't stay in the safe box, safe situation. Do something drastic. Take the risk on behalf of Krishna. When you take the risk, then you will feel that Krishna will reciprocate with you. Then you will get a firm conviction that yes, he helped. Like, everybody knows I have the brain hemorrhage in 2009. I didn't go to the hospital. I stayed home. And still I'm telling you, I will never go to the hospital. I will never go to any medical doctor. Neither I will take any medicines. If I have to leave this world, that's perfectly fine. If Krishna wants me to be here, nobody can kill me. And if I have to go, no matter I have 100 expert doctors standing beside my bed, they won't be able to save me. But that's come through experience, Prabhu. I have so much practical experience, and you get the convictions. You ask that, Arun Kothari, who is the builder, who helped develop all this community. He is now multi-millionaire. Krishna gave him so much money. Reciprocate in a different way. So he take care of everybody, Prabhu. But our problem is we don't have that much faith. That's our root cause of everything. We do everything for us, but we cannot do for Krishna. That's the same. One thing is there that I initiated. I can assure you in the presence of Radhanila Madhava that after my initiation for last, 30, 34, 35 years, I have spent more energy for Lord Sri Krishna than my family. And still, he has taken care of my family nicely. I'm not deprived of anything in my life. I have everything what I need. So, yes, in that stage, we will be in the awe and reverence because we have not yet completely purified our consciousness. So that consciousness we keep on worshipping. And that's why it is very nice to read those scriptures to tell us where we are. From the Shraddha, then you associate with the devotees, Anartha Nivrutti, chanting, Namaparad, get free from that, come to the Namavas, come to the clearing stage. Then you will get the Nishtha, that now this process is working. Then you aren't afraid. I never afraid in my life, Prabhu. I have no fear in my life, I'm telling you. No fear whatsoever. And that is what Niranjan Swami Maharaj was saying, that when you really surrender, you must become fearless. Nothing should bring any fear in your life. And if you are not at the stage, that means we have to work for it. It won't come automatically. But if you do that, you follow the instruction, you dedicate more and more in your life. And that's what my Guru Maharaj gave me, simple formula. He says, start with little, give 5%, give 10% your ability and the money to Krishna and see how it's worked. If you don't break down, keep on increasing. And you will see Krishna gives a lot of money if you are using for his purpose. But when we become miser, then Krishna may give us some money in the beginning, but you never know when he will play his trick, when he'll show the card that you lose. And then that's Prabhu, that's a more horrible time in our life. Once you have the money, and we didn't dedicate to Krishna, and then that money taken away from you, then you will feel much, much more in sorrow. That look, Krishna gave me, I didn't use it. Somebody else take it anyway. This is a horrible thing. So, I always pray to Krishna that don't give too much money to my son and daughter, because money cannot make people happy. Live a nice life with, dignity, respect, and you do something right in your life. We have a freedom in our life. We have to choose what kind of life you want to live and stick with it. And you see that you will derive great benefit. You will be always happy. No matter what external circumstances come. I'm not saying that, something will not happen. I have to also leave my body one day. It is destined to happen. But that doesn't mean anything, that I have to be worried about anything. Everything is programmed, Prabhu, in this life. We are making the money. Why some people are making money? Because they have a good deeds they have done in the previous life. So they are getting the benefit of it. But if you don't, again, accumulate the good karma with you, next life you will be the beggar. This is how the beggars are created. It's laws of karma, nothing else. We have very little independence, and that's where we have to use the intelligence. But yeah, and we have to come, and that's the reason, I feel very good the last 11 years that I have been retired, and Krishna give me some intelligence somehow or other. I don't know how, but I spend 15 hours minimum reading, chanting, hearing the class. That's what I do. Minimum 15 hours.
That's right, Prabhuji. I mean, yeah, fearlessness is there, and I saw in you. It's very difficult, Prabhuji, to achieve that. And the decision making about kids and leave it to, you know, whatever is coming or to Krishna. In Grasta life, especially decision making about kids is a very complex topic.
Yeah.
It's
Actually,
not.
Parmanand Hariprabhu, let me reveal to you one thing. My daughter, she wants to go to Michael DeBakey on 288, that medical high school, right? That whoever
Mm,
gonna pursue medical career, they go to the
mhm,
Michael DeBakey. So at the
mhm,
young, he said, I want to daddy go there. I said, okay. So she went there, she graduated from the high school, and then she was applying in the medical school and like this. So I sit down one day. This is a true story, Parmanand Hariprabhu. I'm revealing to you. I told her, why you want to be a medical doctor where anybody can control your life? You will be on the call. You don't have the independence to live the life like you want to. You went to bed to take a rest, and the call will come, and you have to wake up and go. Why you want to do that? Krishna has given you the intelligence. If you become, same argument I give, that if you become an artist, you will become top artist. Don't worry about it. And somehow or other she accepted. Okay. So she went to the dual degree. She went to Loyola University with she did it physics and mathematics, and then she went to St. Louis, Washington University, where she did the biomedical. And there was a dual degree. So 5 years she got dual degree with 3.97 GPA. And she got all the scholarship throughout. WashU was 40,000 a year, but I didn't pay a single penny. And I told her that take a loan where she was living expense. She took the loan. I said, when you earn the money, you paid up the loan. This is how it should be. And then, really, Parmanand Hari Prabhu, in my mind and heart, there was one little thing was there that when I die or something, and then something happen in her life, she will think, oh, my daddy didn't allow me to go to the medical school. That was something was in back of my mind. I didn't force her. She agreed, but you never know. Sometimes because when the parent insists upon the child, sometimes agreed. So I have that little. But they don't give the degree when she graduate from Loyola. You have to complete board degree, and they award the board degree after 5 years. So we went to St. Louis. And after the graduation, I was standing on the right below the stage where she take the certificate and walk across. Come, hug me. And the sentence she told me right after hugging me, after getting graduate, that daddy, I'm so thankful to you that you didn't allow me to go to the medical school. And I feel so happy that that's, what the little worry I had that she may think that because I don't want to spend the money for the education, I didn't send her. And now she's living happy life. And I told them that they dedicate to the temple. So they are giving $600 a month. You see that all the festival, they become major festival. And I told them on that even now they are so firm, Prabhu, Parmanand Hari Prabhu, that they wants to make a will because they don't want to have any children. But I told them that 25% you keep it for yourself or family member. You write in the will, give to the Nilamadama. So this is something, Prabhu, when, I didn't do, everything when I dwell on it, all this thing, I'm surprised that how did it happen like this in my life.
yes, Prabhuji, that was like your firm determination and decision making. It is it is not very straightforward in every family, Puji, every grasta life.
Yeah.
Uh, and about the answer you given about the awe and reverence of the
Mm.
Lord,
Yeah.
um, it is also very difficult when it we know. I mean, sometimes what I feel is ignorance is better than knowledge in this case,
Mm.
because I heard one story from Vraja Vrindavan. Uh,
Mm.
that one devotee, Gopal, he was. I mean, this is a story of Vrindavan only here,
Mm.
on this earth. Uh, that he was a cowherd boy
Mm.
here, and he
Mm.
didn't know scriptures, nothing. He was just simple village boy,
Right.
and but he know that the people come here, and they mendicant, they worship Kanha. But for
Mm.
him, he never get into deeper. But
Mm.
he aspired to do something, and he asked one of the mendicant that, okay, I don't understand all this. Okay, give me one thing which I can do easily.
Mm.
Okay, and then I cannot chant, I cannot do this and that. What I can do, just give me one thing, a
Mm.
simple.
Mm.
So I cannot do fasting, so then he said that, okay, uh, just um, just make sure whatever you eat, before
Mm.
you eat, you offer to Krishna.
Mm.
Okay, so he was so simple that he the guru from where he got this instruction, one
Mm.
simple instruction.
Mm.
He did not tell that, okay, when you offer, Krishna doesn't come and eat. Okay,
Mm.
you just have to think that he has eaten, and then you
Mm.
have to take that prasadam. So then he, with a simple heart, he
Mm.
offered, and he was waiting for Krishna to come and eat.
Mm.
And and uh, he, he did not came, so he did not eat.
Mm.
And then next day again he offered, and then Krishna did not come. And this way, the simple heart, he was keep on offering. and
Mm.
uh, and at the he was on the verge of dying,
Mm.
but he was like it is instruction from Guru Maharaj.
He
So
followed. Yes.
yeah, yeah. So this way, so in this case, I feel like, because of his ignorance, that Krishna is I mean, then finally Krishna came here,
Mm.
and then well, his guru came to know about it, because he inquired.
Mm.
And um, then
Guru
earlier
knows
you were
all the time. Guru knows
correct,
all
correct,
the time where
correct,
what the disciple where he is. Yes.
correct. So then Guru says that, okay, I want to meet, because Krishna used to come and meet him
Mm.
every day. And then he told Krishna that, okay, you have to meet my guru.
Mm.
And he said, no, I cannot meet him. I can only meet you.
Mm.
So so and then I was thinking that probably Guru knows already, he's in the awe and reverence,
Mm.
like for Krishna. And this devotee is very simple. He
Mm.
didn't knew that Krishna is something very big. He
Mm.
was just meeting as a friend, right?
Mm.
So
Mm.
then I was thinking that awe and reverence is uh, such a big obstacle,
Mm.
right?
But, but you
Eh,
know what I listen, Prabhu, Paramanand Hari Prabhu,
yes, Guruji.
that the point I got it from your story. Just see that how much faith he has that the Guru Maharaj told him to offer to Krishna, and if Krishna eat, then you eat. That one simple instruction, but look at that how wonderfully he executed that instructions. That if Krishna didn't came, he didn't eat. So when he was on the verge of that, Krishna will have to come because his dedication. So this is important. It's and that's why if you see that Prabhu Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was traveling to South India, right? One poor fellow was holding the Bhagavad Gita in his hand and he was crying. He was illiterate. He cannot read anything. But so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and asked him that, well, why are you crying? And he said, well, my Guru Maharaj gave me the instruction that I have to read Bhagavad Gita, so I'm trying. But I'm illiterate, I cannot read anything. But I can see the picture in the front cover that Krishna is so kind that he is driving the chariot of his, devotees, Arjuna. And just thinking like this, it just, tears come out of my eyes. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that you have understood the Bhagavad Gita nicely. So same thing in this incident, the way I see it, because he followed the Guru instructions, he got deliberated. And that strength come, Prabhu. That is, like, I don't want to repeat, but, I have fasted for 6 weeks without drinking a drop of water, neither taking any grains, food, anything, except that 6 ounces of fresh juice. I used to take it at 6 p.m. For 6 weeks, Prabhu. I survived. And out of those 6 weeks, 15 days were there that even I didn't drink the juice. So for 48 hours, I don't put anything in my mouth. And all my diseases was gone in 17th day. No high cholesterol, no blood pressure, no sugar. Everything was gone. Last 4 years, I have not taken any medicine. Just by that fasting and changing the diet. So it is possible, Prabhu, everything. Our body can get used to the way we train them. It's not necessary that we have to eat 3 times a day, Still, I'm not, whatever I eat at 6 o'clock, I won't eat anything until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Unless I feel I drink the water. That's about it. So everything is possible, Prabhu. So this awe and reverence, but look at the dedication, little faith that he has. He developed the faith until he was ready to even leave his body. He never gave up his thing that, okay, I won't eat if Krishna doesn't come. That determination is required, Prabhu. Same thing, you follow small thing, your Guru instructs 100%. And even the difficulty comes, that's the, Niranjan Swami Maharaj was saying very wonderfully, that Krishna, before he award his mercy, he will run the test on all of us. He say that, are you qualified to go further? He wants to see, ultimately, Prabhu, he want to bring us to the stage that we should have no connection with anything else, except we should be completely satisfied at the shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. No matter whatever condition we have to live our life, we should be prepared. Then he will take us. So he has to bring to the devotee that level. So what he does, he will bring little difficulty. Like, we made a determination that 2 o'clock I will have to chant my round. Now, Krishna is testing me, at different level. Like I went to the Florida for the engagement. And my flight got cheaper because I want to save the money. So I bought the ticket for the Spirit Airline. And they are always lousing on the timing. I don't know. But I have no way. I want to save the money because all family was going. So anyway, flight didn't came. I walked in my house at 1:35 a.m. And I have to get ready by 1:55, 2 o'clock, I have to join on the call. I went directly to the bath. I take shower, do the brush, get ready, put tilaks, and 1:57, I was on the Zoom call. And I take as austerity, Prabhu. And that day, you won't believe, my wife, I was, after the chanting and everything, I was writing something. And my wife said, you don't feel sleepy? You didn't sleep at all. I said, no, I don't feel any sleepiness. So until 11 o'clock, Prabhu, I didn't even get up from my room. So we have to, Krishna will run slowly some test and we have to pass the test. If it fail, then he is not going to give you harder test because he knows that you are not capable. But if we keep on passing, show your determination, have a faith, like, I have the faith that nothing can hurt me. I don't want to take shelter of any doctors or the hospital and live like that. And you know why I'm telling publicly, Prabhu? Because I know when the circumstances come, even we have made the determination, we will become weak because some member will come, some family member will call, oh, you can't do this, you know, you have to go to the hospital. But if you announce everywhere, then you will feel, hey, I tell everybody and what I'm doing now. So you bound yourself. This is how you will remain fixed in your devotion. Same thing, whatever you determination make that, okay, my Guru Maharaj told at that time, you have seen, Permanent Hari Prabhu, that we have two old wooden building were there. We have 2 acres of land. There was no money when I became a TP.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes, Prabhu.
my Guru Maharaj told me that please develop this community. You keep on buying the land, and you know, I don't have money, Prabhu. When I poured the foundation for Gauranga Hall, that's my first project, I have $60,000 in the bank, and it was $1.4 million project. Work hard, go out and preach and ask that, you know, donation. And still I do that, you know. I want to keep it, you know, like right now in a Gauranga Hall, I'm remodeling it in the sense uplift them because it's already 27-year-old. So, you know, you see all the bathroom fixtures, I replace it. Now you go in the kitchen, Prabhu, you will be amazed. I put all the stainless steel drawer inside. So everything we can clean very nicely. Doors are all outside stainless steel. And when he made, I was so happy to see it. Everything is shiny. Then the walk-in cooler, we have an aluminum door. It was looking so flimsy. So I told the contractor that cover it up with stainless steel. Everything should look perfectly fine. Now I'm working to change the ceiling tile and change all the LED light. So that's I'm working with the contractor right now. So you know, and then I have meeting with that to build that 4-story apartment building. I'm gonna build now. So I have the first meeting with the architect other day before yesterday, and I'm gonna help this, you know, 7 devotee who is gonna move close to the temple. Yeah, do something good for the other people. You know, keep busy. I have no worry, Prabhu. I never check my bank balance, okay? My social security money goes there, $2,000, not more than that. And I'm surviving. And all my bill is automatic payment. Once in a while I check and I see 4, 5,000, my balance stays there. Let me tell you how much is current my balance on my account. Just give me 1 minute. I have today, as of now, $4,713.63 is my balance. And I have some, IRA account, I have some money there, retirement money. So when I need extra, but I don't have any anxiety. You know, so this is something that I really feel, Parmanand Hari Prabhu. A lot of the time I think, how it happened? Like, you know, all this, you have seen it, to believe on one house, how it is difficult. Look at that project that I did it. How many projects? And I used to some, you know, sannyasi quarter, guest house, storage, everything. I was the general contractor. I was buying all the fixture in my car and everything. So this Krishna give unlimited, Prabhu. My experience says, Parmanand Hari Prabhu, we are not utilizing even 9% of our capacity what Krishna has given us.
That's true, Prabhuji.
We are not utilizing that whatever ability Krishna has given us. Because we became diverted, we have taken a path that is not good for us, knowing that still we follow the same thing. So we are ditching our own hole. That's how I see, Prabhu. That we are the one who is digging the hole to fall into that hole. We can change our life. We can change at any moment.
Yeah, I think.
You know, really, I feel good, Parmanand Hari. You have seen my life. This is what sometimes I go to the sleep and I think, how does it everything happen? Because as you know, I was involved in buying the property, raising the fund, talk to the construction team, architect, manage the project, get it done one by one by one. That's what I have done in my life, one after another project. And still, I want to do the hospice and the one apartment building, if Krishna allow me to do that. So remain, engaged like that. Whatever money we need for the living, once we earn that enough money, who cares about more money, Prabhu? My kid doesn't want my money. They say, Daddy, you spend it whatever you have to do. We don't need your help. So why we keep on working? I feel all these IT people should retire at age of 47, not work.
Mm.
Because you work so intense. You cannot maintain your sadhana, right? Corporate world is calling. Then you have to deal with the people in India at night. I can understand that. But then if you are sacrificing, then retire at 47 and dedicate completely after that. Just keep the
Oh,
money that just needed for your maintenance. Rest of the money, donate. You know, make drastic. At least start with something that can hit you little. You should feel afraid that hey, if I donate that much money, how I'm gonna live? That stage is real stage. Start. And then you will see Krishna will give you Prabhu. We never become sick that, right? How much money Krishna has saved us?
right.
Just look at that point of view, right? I have no worry about my children. They are well to do. Look at that, what Krishna cannot do. I dedicated. I didn't take them for extracurricular activity or anything. Even I didn't spend for homework 10 minutes. How they become now successful? It's all Krishna's arrangement. That's how I see it.
Yes, definitely, Prabhuji. Yeah, I think what you have done in your life is a very difficult to achieve, and but that is should be the goal of life. Fearlessness and determination.
Yes.
This is a struggle of life, and that needs to be achieved. That's
Yeah.
absolutely true.
Because see, Prabhu, these circumstances is gonna keep on coming, right? Today we are happy. Tomorrow, the Mataji may sick, or your child may become sick. All these things will keep on coming. We cannot wait that, okay, let everything resolve and then I'll become dedicated. No, you keep on living the life, whatever way it is, but you keep on dedicating also. And this is something, I really feel that my Guru Maharaj, somehow or other, I came in contact with him and he really changed my life. Otherwise, I might have lived a horrible life. Every step I will be thinking, oh, this. So I really feel that how this everything happened, Prabhu. Sometime at night I dwell and I feel I didn't do anything. It's only Guru and Krishna did everything. We just have to show something that okay. And that's what I have been working with now, the Baton Rouge Yatra. And the GBC, they don't allow them to open the center. So I intervened and I said, we will work. And I told the GBC that, we are not saying that we will be successful, but we will put our effort. That's all we can do. And that's up to Krishna to make it successful or not successful. So I'm not taking any credit, Prabhu, because who I am. It's only my realization is that one thing I did, that I didn't keep anything secret from my Guru Maharaj. Whatever nonsense I did previously, I revealed to my Guru Maharaj. And he gave me the specific instructions. My whole life map was given by him. I just follow it. That's all I did. I have a firm convictions or whatever it came. I don't know how it arose in my heart. I have no idea. But I remain fixed that this is what I have to do. Gurudev told me and I want to please him. That's all. So those things will come, Prabhu. But I think that if you really look at it, look at that when person leaves the body, Prabhu, we see every day, right? What they are taking with them, nothing, Prabhu.
Right.
You talk to those people, they are on the deathbed, okay?
True. Prabhuji, I lost your voice.
Yeah, I said that that somebody that they are gonna live in 6 months or a year, talk to them. They will share everything like this. That what I did in my life. Because that we feel that all these relatives that we put our blood and everything, what they can do, Prabhu? Nothing. Ultimately, we have to take shelter of the God.
That's
Nothing will
true.
come with us, right?
Yeah.
I still remember, the Mahavishnu Swami Maharaj, when Gujarati Swami Maharaj used to come. I don't know, Parmanand Hari Prabhu, that you met Mahavishnu Maharaj, Gujarati
Hmm.
sannyasi.
No,
He
Prabhuji, I did
used to
not.
come in earlier days, late 80s and early 90s. So he gave a wonderful example that as soon as you declare that, you lose all your bank account. You have no access to anything. Then what happened? Then all your friends, all your family member will come to the funeral house because you have the relations with them. Then the time will come when they remove the casket toward that funeral part. They will say, okay, only the son or the two, three people come to do the final ritual. All can stay behind in the funeral home. And then what happened after performing the thing? They will lay down the body in the casket into that fireplace. Only the body and soul, but soul is not there. So nobody comes with us. Everything we have to walk ourselves. And what we are doing, Prabhu, is we are creating for the next life. You do for Krishna, that is a guaranteed result. All other things has zero value. No matter you are a multi-billionaire, when you die, next life you have to earn yourself. There is nothing will come. Even more money come, more anxiety will come because we didn't utilize properly. So we are digging our hole for the next life when we enjoy in this life. But people are not knowledgeable and they neglect it. I have seen some people, that and most rich people, they don't have any interest because they feel that they are the king of this world. Why they need the God? But next life you will see they will be on the street. Now they are driving Tesla. Next life they have no bread. This is cycle, Prabhu. Paramatma is watching every activity. He is so smart. Look at that. How he governed the whole creation, Prabhu. Just think about it. How intelligent. We drive the car every 3,000 miles. You have to change the oil in the engine. But our heart is running for 70, 80, 90 years without oil change. Think about it. Who can create? And the car we drive only couple of hours a day. The heart is even while we are sleeping. Heart is beating constantly 24/7. Still doesn't need the oil change. So everything related to God is so beautiful, Prabhu. I always remember this swimming pool example. 50,000 gallons of water, you have to do a solid foundation to hold 50,000 gallons of water. But look at that Atlantic Oceans and the Pacific Ocean, tens and thousands mile deep. No concrete layer is required. Who can do this thing, Prabhu? Why we want to keep our eyes closed? Why we cannot create? And that is also floating in the air. Look at that. Who can do that? Do you think that anybody, without any supervision, this thing goes on? No. He is in charge, and we can say, Prabhu, let me give you one more, Parmanand Hari Prabhu. One example, when I was in a elementary school in India. So one person in the next village, they were filthy rich. It was like a Rajput king. So their kids used to come in that they call the mapo in Gujarati they were saying. It's like a decorated bullock cart, okay, that we use in the maritime in the old days. So they were coming in the bullock cart. The driver was bringing them to primary school. And when I went from the student visa, when I was on the Toronto, then I went back to India. They were selling the, cut the branches from the tree to do the brush. So they were delivering in the village, and the village people will give them chapati, sabji, and they were living like that. In one life, Prabhu, they were the king's son when they were young. It took only 40 years to deplete that karma. They become a beggar in the same life. I have seen by own eyes. And I have seen many, many. You just look at, even Prabhupada says about this thing, attachment, Prabhu. Prabhupada says that Tata and Birla company will never go bankrupt. Prabhupada says that. And you see, and then I didn't know, but then I read it that Tata and Birla, they give 60% donation or 50% minimum. Whatever the profit they made, they use for the charitable purpose. So then they are building that empire that it will go generation after generation. This is, I think, that they are running on the third generation right now, Tata and Birla. And you will see they will never be short of money because they are doing the right thing. Why Krishna don't want to give the money to his devotee? He wants to give. But we are miser. That's why he cannot give, because he knows it. That, even if I give him, he's not going to use for my service. And karma, basically, our karma is not there, then what can we do?
Yes,
so this, it's really, I think all of you working in the IT should do something, Prabhu. Like I give the example, Prabhu, to the Balaji Prabhu, who I met at the LSU. He's going to graduate. And at the Texas A&M also, all the graduates, when I give the last time class, I told them, you are going to go in the working field, do me a favor. Just open 2 accounts, one saving and one checking. Whatever the amount come as your pay, 50% are put in the saving account and make your life with 50%, whichever way. And if you cannot afford to buy a house, just stay in the apartment. What's wrong with it? So many people are living.
Right.
Then, and then I told him that you will be, if you cannot donate, leave it in the saving account and you will be able to retire at 47. Then you can develop more things for the Krishna, and Krishna always take care, Prabhu. He is the one who is giving everything. Why he cannot give to the dedicated devotee that he surrender completely for his pleasure? Why he will not take care? Tell me. This is how I see it, that, it's not me. He is the one who gave me, like, I was taking Anantaswar Prabhu Ayurvedic medicine, Parmanand Hari Prabhu, okay? For 1 year, because I don't want to take allopathy. I have the cholesterol, I have a high blood pressure, little started 2-3 years ago, 4-5 years. 5 mg I was taking, and metformin, pre-diabetic. I took his medicine because I don't want to take allopathy. I took it for 1 year. And you can ask Anantaswar Prabhu. After 1 year, he came with the medicine. I said, no, I don't want to take it. Because 1 year, I understand that Ayurveda take longer time than allopathy, accept it. But at least I was taking 4 tablets of metformin, 500 mg. At least you should have reduced to 3 tablets. But still, I have to keep on taking all the medicines. Then what is the use? And then I told him, you ask him. I told him, Anantaswar, Prabhu, I don't know what I'm going to do. But in 6 months, you will see that Shyam Sundar will become free from all allopathy medicine, that you are unable to do it in 1 year. I told him, you ask him. Still, he is living in Houston. And I become free. 4 years, I have not taken any medicine. I did fast. That's it.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, that's the routine you're following is needs a strong determination,
Yeah,
and what you have, Prabhuji. I mean,
I
that
know.
if with Krishna's grace, if we can get a even pinch from you, then Allah, our life will be successful.
Yeah. I pray for all of you, Prabhu, that please guide them properly. But we have to be, like I said, we have to put our life little at risk. Then and then we will see, yes, Krishna is helping. Then you have more faith. You will surrender more. This is how my life it happened. That's what Tamal Krishna Maharaj told me. I told Tamal Krishna Maharaj that you give up everything, your family at age of 21, and you join in the movement. How we will be able to do? It's impossible. I told him. And he said, no, it's possible for everybody. And I think one thing is there, Paramanand Hariprabhu, Krishna watch everything. Otherwise, how everything I now do are like, I was telling other day that we should reduce our, luxury. So I was living in an exactly 3,100 square foot home with the swimming pool, English spa, everything. Now I'm living in 1,600 square feet, 1,580 to be specific, exactly half of the size of the house. I don't know how it happened, but when we took initiation, Prabhu, we were living in Jersey Village, right? So I said, I have to come 2, 3 times a week. My wife has to come to cook and dress deity. I said, why we want to drive? So I want to sell it. I didn't able to sell it, so I lease it. And I rented the house right on the Chipolden and Ela. And I just started in a 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath. And we live there. And then I bought this land and developed the communities and built the house over here. Krishna is so kind. Just think about Prabhu. Uh, Paramanand Hari Prabhu, I built this house with the land, $63,000 only. No
Yes,
loan, nothing.
possible, Prabhuji.
Right. And now it's more than $500,000.
Because when I get into this construction, that how it. I mean, I realize that that's not easy thing.
Yes. Yeah. It's so,
Prabhu, you are not
that's
giving only philosophy.
that's
You
the
are doing
thing that we
practical
need to
life.
see.
Yeah,
That
by
if we
example
do one
yourself.
thing right, Krishna will help in all other area. He is watching Prabhu nicely. Once you dedicate, he will start putting his glance upon your family. How I can make this family nice. Maybe we might not like become rich or anything. I don't have that much money, but you will live peacefully and happily. Whatever you need, Krishna will provide. I have no, other thing, Prabhu. My birthday come, my kid says, what can we buy? I said, I have enough pant, I have enough shirt, I have enough shoes, I have enough chappal, I have enough dhoti, I have enough kurta, I have enough sweater, I have enough jacket, I have enough cap, I have enough sock. As long as I will live, I have everything. So they are in puzzle. So now they are giving me some body lotion, or sometimes they buy me some equipment for gardening, scissor and something nice US made or something. So that's how it is. I told them, and they said, why, you don't want anything? I said, no. If I need something, I'll let you know. So then, my son my birthday just went. So he's still bugging. He bought that, he spent $600 to bring me larger screen for my Zoom call. And that didn't work out. His computer, he was thinking very good computer he spent. He never used it for 6, 7 years. He said, Daddy, we can use this. I'm not using, I use the laptop. I said, okay. And I have a bigger screen, so I accepted, okay, for that purpose, I will take your gift. So he spent about $600. Nothing worked. So I said, why you want to spend that? Return everything. And now he's bugging. So one day I was telling, I'm using the sunshade in my car in the front too, so my car doesn't get hot. So that is like from the old car, Toyota car, and now I have a Lexus. So I told him that, Jagannath, if he really wants to buy me a gift, then buy that for the Lexus size. So then it very nicely keep my car cool. He said, that's all? It's like a $40 or 60. I said, yeah, that's the gift for my birthday gift. So it's really, Prabhu, one thing is that poor people are always happy because they don't have that much great expectations. They knows that this is the means we have to live, and life is happy. I don't know what happened in my life, but Krishna may wants to create some example or something, who knows. I'm not qualified, I feel I'm a totally useless guy. But he made me something, my Guru and Krishna. I'm an ordinary guy like you.
Prabhu, before I visit your house, I was thinking, because I heard your glories, you are very famous. I was thinking you are living palace. But once I visit your home, then I understand, Prabhu, you are different platform. You are so elevated. And you are showing example by Apuni Asuriya. You are really
I never
so
thought,
fortunate to get your association.
when I did everything, I never thought that I will get, but this is what it transpired. And that's what I would like to share with you all, that you also do something like that.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Because sometimes we are suffering indecision, we cannot take hard decision. We are thinking what is gonna happen. Therefore, sometimes we are going back and forth. Should I do or not? Sometimes we get encouragement, sometimes don't get. But it's very difficult to get encouragement like you are giving. I think nobody is giving like you are giving because you are selfless. Most of them are compromising, to say some truth.
Right.
You are telling truth from your heart, I found out.
Yeah.
Please.
No, one thing is there that, like I don't have, Prabhu, 7 years ago I took a vow that I will never think bad about any devotees or anybody. That is not my business. I don't dwell on it. Even, one time the Sarang Thakur Prabhu told me that we have to attend some function that they were holding in the Gujarati Samaj. So I went there, and Murli Manohar Prabhu, now he is joining at 2 o'clock. He was inspired because we were sitting on the table, and he was saying, Shyamsundar Prabhu, what do you think about? I say, I'm not in this room. I'm thinking about Vrindavan. My physical body is here, but my mind is not here. I'm not listening what they are saying. I just come because Sarang Thakur Prabhu says that you have to come. So I'm here, my physical body is here, but not my mind. So we can train, and there is a lot of Paramanand Hari Prabhu. I'm telling you, I am so happy person. There is no limit to it. I feel so blissful.
Yes, Prabhu, we can experience that actually. we can see and we can see and experience from your.
And you have seen, like any devotee asks me help, I don't mind to help them, I never expect anything from anybody. And I want to do good things. So I'm going to help these 7 devotees, to build their home. That would be my great joy, another addition to my joy, that I was able to help the devotees,
This really.
You are like Parashpat or Traseston. Since you are involving in battles, then I am, I feel fearless.
We have to remain fearless, right? Because what can we do on our own stand? Nothing we will be able to change anyway, right? So it's all these things, good thing is happening because of our good deeds, nothing else. And if we don't accumulate the good deeds, then the future won't be bright. So we have to stay in course, that serve the deities, serve the Vaishnavas, serve the mission. And that's why, I said, okay, I will take that. I will even drive 4 hours, but I will come. Because I feel happy about doing those things. It's a natural, happiness. It's not that I'm doing I will become famous, Shyamsundar deities. No. But I enjoy what I do. That's all it is. And I have to spend the time anyway, right? So this is how my mind works. But we went too much today.
Yes, Prabhu. People don't even come 30 minutes in driving. They are telling me so much excuse, but you show really example, like how you drive 5 hours for hours 50 minutes and you come back indoors and you encourage a lot of people. Even you are talking Balaji, what happened to him? He
Ah,
is giving he wants to give me lot of donation. I told Balaji, you are a student, you are getting only $2,000 on your assistantship. He told, no, Prabhupada told 50% you have to give for Krishna service.
yeah,
Sometimes I stop him. I told, once I need, I will ask you, but don't give me any donation.
yeah, yeah. I have the same, Parmanand Hari Prabhu, that what that his name, not Rohit. What was his name? He moved back to India. Uh, Let me see when I will put India, all this contact will come. Rahul. Parmanand Hari Prabhu, you know the Rahul Prabhu?
No, Prabhuji.
He was a devotee in our temple, remember? Very skinny. And he was working in the IT. So he was taking, I was offering every once a month class. I think he also attended sometime. That who wants to take a initiation, I was giving the class once a month. So Rahul was there in the class. And
Okay.
one time I give them that, okay, first 4 verses of Nectar of Instruction, you study and you write your realization to me. So when he write that, that the second verse is Atyahara Prayasascha, don't collect more than necessary. And Rupa Goswami say, give 50%. So he called Nayanamrat Prabhu. And whatever he was making, he said 3,500 or something he was making, 7,008 or something like that. So he called Nayanamrat Prabhu and he said, start my EFT with 3,800 or something a month. So Nayanamrat Prabhu called me that, Prabhu, this Rahul is telling me to establish. I said, no, don't start his EFT. I stop it. I said, I have to talk to you. So I talked with Rahul, what is your finances in your, do you have the parent? He said, yes. I said, where do they live? He said, they live in India. How is their financial condition? He said, Prabhu, I don't have to support them. I said, okay. And then he said, Prabhu, I want to do this. I'm doing from my heart. Still, I told him that, okay, instead of 3,800, you give 2,000 or something, we set it up. And I said that $1,500, you put it in saving account because you never know what future may bring. I don't want you to be crying or whatever, so keep that money. And he gave up to, he leave Prabhu. And then, he was gonna go early to India. He said, no, Prabhu, I want to live a simple life. I said, Rahul, you have stayed in America that long. And he was on the verge of getting the citizenship. So I stopped him. I said, no,